Hello, first graders. My name is Sarah Liney. I am Archer's mom. Here's a picture of me and my two boys. You can see that the tall one here is me. My name is Sarah again. Here is Archer. He might look familiar to you. And finally, this is Archer's brother. His name is Mason. So I am a teacher at Central Park Elementary School, and I am lucky enough that I get to teach students about coding as part of my job. And I got really excited when I heard that your class was going to be doing some coding. And so I thought I could share some interesting videos and some things to help you think about what are the skills that are going to help you be a good coder. So here are just a few of the different ways that I teach coding at Central Park with my students, and I work from kindergartners all the way up to sixth graders. We do different types of coding with code.org, which I've heard is some of this coding that you've been doing. We use robots like Lego Mindstorms, Lego WeDo, robots like Dash and Dot, and with all of those things we use coding, and the kids have to do a lot of problem solving and group work to be able to do the tasks that I give to them in the Spark Lab, which is where I work. One of the words that I use all the time with my students is the word persistence. And it's kind of a fancy word, but persistence is when you have to keep trying something over and over again, even when it's difficult or when it's hard to do. So we talk about persistence regularly. Now, one thing I keep reminding the students is that not everyone gets everything right the first time. And here I have a video of a pretty cute toddler, at least I think so, who is learning how to do something. Can you figure out what that is while you're watching the video? Come over here. Yay! Good walking. Now, it took him over a year before he was ready to start walking, even as well as he was doing in that video. Anything that is hard to learn can take a while, and it takes a lot of persistence to stick with it and learn how to do it, just like all of you did when you were learning how to walk. Now, there are times where you won't succeed right away, and that's where persistence is really important. But you also have to keep in mind, if you don't succeed right away, does that mean you never will? Here is a picture that I find really helpful sharing with students. If you'll notice the person on the bottom tunnel, if they had used their pickaxe one more time, they probably would have discovered a huge trove of diamonds. But instead, they gave up. You can see that he's heading off to the left. Meanwhile, the person in the top tunnel, they look like they are trying really hard, and I wonder if they will end up getting to the diamonds if they keep going. You never know when you might reach your goal, so it's important to keep trying even when you're frustrated. Now, when you fail at something, even though it can get frustrating, it's helpful if you think about what you can learn from the mistakes that you've made. If you think of your mistakes instead as a chance to do better next time, you will be much more likely to succeed. And the final thing I have to share with you is this video of a mouse that has discovered a cracker, and I think it wants to take it back to its family. And so it has this really large object, and it's not easy to move. So I want you to watch and see what happens when the mouse keeps trying and doesn't give up.
What's that mean? Rise.
Well, I am excited to hear how coding goes for you in your classroom, and I hope you'll keep the ideas and the things that I've shared with you in mind, because sometimes coding can get frustrating, and it's so important that you're persistent and you stick with it. But coding can also be a whole lot of fun. So good luck and happy coding!